All right, everybody, big announcement. Join me on Small Trade Account. Okay, I know I have a lot of subscribers that have much smaller accounts and they can't trade maybe some of the bigger trades that I've been doing, and they want to know how to go about trading small accounts. Well, guess what? Here it is. Just opened up a E-Trade account. Okay, this will be a small trade account. Okay, for those of you that are much smaller accounts, you want to follow along. I might do some live streaming on this account. Okay, so for those that are having smaller accounts and you can't trade some of the bigger positions like you see me trade, you can come and follow me on this account. Okay, over here you notice I already have a deposit of $1,000. Okay, we're going to see how this goes. Now this was just opened up today, so I'm still waiting for the funding to come through, and there's some data that needs to be approved. But once the funding gets approved and comes through from the old bank account, then they'll turn the data on for me. So there's a few steps I have to go through first before we get into the whole actually making any trades. You'll notice that just like on TD Ameritrade, TOS platform, yep, E-Trade also does futures, so I might even do some of that trading as well. But initially, depending on how much I fund this for, I might do additional funding. I might just keep it small like this at $1,000, because I think that'll appeal to more smaller accounts, right? A lot of you guys and gals out there may not have a whole lot of money, and this might be all you're doing, something like that, $1,000. Okay, so who knows? Maybe we'll trade some SPY. Okay, you might just take 2 shares in SPY. Okay, or we might trade some other stock rather than an ETF. So that'll be something that I'm going to do on this account. And once I get all the pieces put together and the account's up and running and I can actually make some trades, then I'll come back, let everybody know, when am I going to do the streaming? How am I going to, we'll get that going and get that up and running. It might be just, whatever, a half an hour or an hour a day or something. It might just be 15 minutes, whatever it is. But at least give some of you small retail account holders an opportunity to see what I do, and how do I place my trades. And on a smaller account, it's completely different, right? The way you trade, the products you trade is a lot different. You have less access. So we're going to see how I take this account and can I make it profitable, so you can join me and follow along with me as we endeavor to make this account a profitable account, right? We want to take that $1,000 and we want it to go up, right? So we'll see whether or not we can make that happen. Okay, so that'll be pretty cool for some of you smaller traders. You can follow along as I get this E-Trade account up and running. I think a lot of people are going to really like that. Okay. All right, so that's pretty cool. Let's switch over to the TD Ameritrade TOS platform and talk about what happened in the stock market today, okay? Let's take a look at what happened in the stock market today. This is the continuous contract, so I switched over from the December contract, which is the same contract. It's just this is called the continuous contract. And obviously a monster day. Look at this range today, guys. What an awesome day. 83 and a quarter. Huge candlestick. A big breakout above this trend line. So that's pretty cool. Okay, very profitable situation going on here. Also, I switched over to the continuous contract because I talked about this the other day, over the last few days actually. I wasn't sure if this cycle was going to end on the 18th, because specifically the December contract shows that. The continuous contract is more the 24th. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Where does this cycle actually end? Is it the 18th or is it the 24th? Because I don't know yet. Okay, and we'll see what this candlestick does. Obviously up here, let me take a look at this candlestick. That is 44.72. I don't really get too caught up in ranges, but I know a lot of people want to know ranges, so we can do Fibonacci and all that. There's I don't do too much Fibonacci. Yes, there are tons of videos out there. You can go track down the million videos that talk about Fibonacci retracement. There are a dime a dozen, so go do that. But this is 44.72 right here. Okay. And then obviously up here will be the all-time high on this line up here will be 45.49.5. Okay. So we'll see what this does. Tomorrow, obviously, is the last day of the trading week and it's expiration week. So, are we going to come up here and bust through this overnight? Because this is a pretty strong day right here, right? So, 44.72. That might be easy peasy 1, 2, 3 break right through it. So we'll see how strong this goes tomorrow. Obviously today, with the high being 44.37. 72 is only what 32 and 3. So what, about 35ish? Yep, about just a little 35 points from the top of this, or the high of this candlestick anyway. Yep, to that. Okay, I could easily see that happening tomorrow. This was a very strong occurrence today, right? Obviously, the momentum has rolled over, so that's pretty good confirmation. Big Daddy continues to say we're moving up, and volatility has come down dramatically here to 17.7. So, I talked about this yesterday. Volatility is still going down, and I said yesterday that could be it. That could have been the turn right there. Well, it turns out that was, at least for the short term. Okay, and we'll just see how strong this is. And either way, what's going to happen here, guys and gals, either way, even if this goes really strong and just takes off, and even if we go into October, November, whatever, and we're busting through all-time highs, that's great. That's no problem. We'll trade that, okay? Which, by the way, I had a little small profit today. Not much to show on that, but I have a swing trade still going on the short side. That could be an oucher, but whatever. If it happens, I'll show it. Like I said, on this channel, I'll keep it real. Okay, if I have to close it out as a loss, I will, and then I'll show it. So I want to see what this end of this cycle does. I had a long side trade as well and made a little bit of profit alongside, but it's just a few bucks as I was kind of just waiting this whole end of this cycle out. I've been very patient and just waiting to see what's going to happen on this cycle. But I want to get back to no matter what this uptrend does here, okay. At some point, we're going to see this cycle end, and it'll either be like a really small day, or it might be a down day, or you know what? We might get a big sell-off. I don't know what we're going to get. We'll see how that works out going into tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, even through next week, because the 24th, I think, I'm pretty sure that's Friday of next week, Thursday or Friday of next week, okay? So we'll see how that goes, or it might even be like a Sunday. Okay, I don't really remember. So that's obviously next week. Let's see, the 18th, it'll be Monday, 6 days. Yeah, I think that's a Sunday. So we'll see how that goes on whether or not this cycle ends like Monday or Tuesday early next week, or does it end all the way next Friday? So one of those 2 dates is going to be the cycle low. We'll know by the price action when that cycle low hits. It's completely different in an uptrend. If this just continues to take off, let me get the pencil here. If this just continues to take off and go up, it's a completely different action, okay? A lot of times it's not as discernible. We may not get this kind of price action where it's really strong, right? We might get a lot of choppy action. Up and down and up and down. We might get that going on. So cycle lows won't be as obvious in a choppy market. And that's where I think we're headed. Okay, it's possible unless we get some big pullback, because that could happen too. But if we don't get the big pullback and we get up in here, and even if we break all-time new highs, that's fine. I'm not saying we will, but whatever. I think we're going to get some choppy action here, right? Some up days, some down days, some up days. That's very, very common in this kind of area up in here, okay? Could get into a very choppy market. And that's tradable too. Okay, so we're going to see where this goes. So pretty cool. I'm watching this. This is going to be really very profitable. I think tomorrow's going to be a very profitable day. Whether tomorrow sells off, or probably it won't be a green day, bust through this line, maybe come up, meet it, whatever. Tomorrow's a profitable day for sure. I would think, if I had to flip a coin. I know I said big red candlesticks. I think I said it on this day or this day, and I talked about how I got like the Red Baron shot me down. We didn't get that big candlestick that I thought we were going to get right here. We got a decent candlestick, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And that was the telltale sign the next day right here that the market was going to turn around and go up. And sure enough, today was a huge, huge profitable day, just a monster day. I was a little bit on the sidelines waiting things out here. I took some small trades here and made some really small money. And I was just really focusing on today getting the small account up and getting it funded and all that and doing all those things. and bringing that online, because I think that's going to be really, really popular for a lot of small-time accounts. So tomorrow, guys and gals, if I had to just flip a coin, yeah, I think it's going to be a green day. I think it'll maybe come up and touch this 44.72 line. Okay, could bust right through it, no problem. We'll just see how tomorrow goes. Very interesting because tomorrow, it is expiration date, so you just never know with market makers. It could go either way. I mean, with this kind of momentum, you would expect a pretty solid green day, maybe even bust through that line. Okay, but you just never know. I wouldn't be surprised to see the market go either way tomorrow, but more than likely, flip a coin, it's going to go up tomorrow again, right? And overnight, I could easily see the market trading higher overnight in the overnight session, both for the SPY and the futures. If I see opportunity overnight, I might trade this. And that's why, guys, people don't realize how can you have a short position, which I do have a short side position, which I could get burned on that. But that's trading. How can I short long if there's a short side position? Well, 2 accounts. Okay, I haven't even talked about this yet. Okay, we'll talk about this. Maybe I'll do a video. Okay, but this weekend I'm going to talk about risk management, because I know a lot of people need help on risk management. But when I get a chance, I'll talk about 2 accounts. That's right. It's perfectly acceptable to have 2 accounts, not with the same broker, but different broker, 2 accounts. And you can use that second account to mitigate your positions if something's working against you. Let's say a short position is working against you. Okay, you should just close it. Okay, but let's say you choose not to close it because you're taking on some, your risk management's going to be like high risk. Okay, and you're waiting to see if something's going to happen. Longer term short position. Okay, well, you can mitigate these short side trades that are working against you or long on your second account. You just trade the other side. Yes, it's perfectly legal. It's fine. There's nothing illegal about it. You can have as many accounts as you want at different brokerage accounts. Yes, I know it's not easy to fund and split up your assets, and that is one of the downsides to having accounts split across assets split across different accounts. Not everybody can do that, and I get that. But one of the benefits of 2 accounts, guys and gals, is you can trade the opposite side. Like today, I took some long side trades while still holding a short side trade, or position, I should say. I took some long side positions. They were really small, but I took some long side positions, okay, while this short side position can still be held, right? That's the benefit to it. I'll talk about that in another video, okay? Really, really handy to have 2 accounts. Very handy to do that. I'll talk about it, like I said, in a different video, okay? So that's my take for tomorrow, guys and gals. I think we're going to have an up day if I had to flip a coin as we move into expiration tomorrow, because, market makers do what they do. Listen, guys and gals, always show my profit loss on even, this is my big account. We're looking at my big account here, okay? I always show my profit losses on the big account. I'm definitely going to show them on the small account too. That's really going to be the point of the small account. The E-Trade account is going to be just so more people can participate and watch that account. And I'm just going to keep the balances and just show the balance live. Okay? So that account will be for a lot of people can come and watch me trade on that account, and the balances will be live, okay? But I'll even continue to show my profit losses on this account as well, okay? When I close my positions. That's how I do it on this channel, guys. I keep it real. Hope everybody's enjoying the content. Listen, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to click that little bell to be notified of all the videos I put them out. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.